Greetings, Royal Telly family. This is your host, Chloe. Today, we're addressing a hot topic that's been making waves in the media recently: the termination of a management deal between the nation of Chad and African parks. As we delve into this issue, we'll shed light on the colossal conservation NGO, African Parks, and the role of our very own Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, within it. Without further ado, let's dive into the heart of the matter. African Parks, a name that resonates with conservation and hope. When we speak of African Parks, we're talking about an international non-governmental organization of immense scale and significance. This conservation giant extends its influence across 12 countries, each with its own unique environmental challenges and biodiversity. African Parks is not just an organization, it's a global network of hope, a lifeline for threatened species and delicate ecosystems. It operates far and wide, managing over 20 protected areas. These areas are sanctuaries, vibrant with life and teeming with biodiversity. They are the lungs of our planet, the homes of countless species, and the guardians of our climate. At its core, African Parks is about protecting and preserving. It is about ensuring that our children and their children have a world filled with the songs of birds, the rustle of leaves, and the roar of lions. It's about safeguarding the beauty and diversity of our planet for generations to come. But the work of African Parks is no easy task. It is a complex web of negotiations, policy making, and boots-on-the-ground conservation work. It requires collaboration and cooperation, a meeting of minds, and a sharing of resources. And within this vast organization, you'll find a multitude of non-executive board members, each bringing their own expertise, passion, and vision to the table. Among them is a familiar name, Prince Harry. He is one of the many hands that steer the helm of African Parks, contributing his voice, his influence, and his dedication to the cause of conservation. But let's be clear, Prince Harry is one part of a much larger machine. He doesn't hold the purse strings, he doesn't oversee park operations in Chad or any other country, and he certainly doesn't dictate the policy of a sovereign government. His role, like that of his fellow board members, is to support, advise, and advocate for the mission of African Parks. A vast organization indeed, with Prince Harry being a part of its many non-executive board members. African Parks is a testament to what we can achieve when we come together for a common cause, and Prince Harry's involvement is a testament to his commitment to our planet's future. Prince Harry, a distinguished board member, but let's clarify, not the decision maker. This is an important distinction that we must make as we delve into the Duke of Sussex's role in African Parks. As one of the numerous non-executive board members, Prince Harry's involvement is advisory at best. He does not control the organization's purse strings, nor does he oversee park operations in Chad or any other African country. And he certainly does not dictate the policy of a sovereign government. African Parks is a major international conservation NGO, spanning 12 countries and managing over 20 protected areas. It has a complex structure with multiple independent boards and a host of people making decisions at various levels. As a non-executive board member, Prince Harry contributes to the decision-making process, but does not have the final say. The point being, it's a team effort, and every board member, including Prince Harry, plays a part in the wider conservation strategy. But the responsibility of operational decisions and any successes or failures thereof rests with the executive management and not an individual non-executive board member. That said, Prince Harry brings to the table his passion for conservation, his global reach, and his commitment to making a difference. His advocacy for the environment and wildlife is well documented, and his role in African Parks is an extension of his dedication to these causes. By singling out Prince Harry and blaming him for the termination of the Chad deal, the media not only distorts the truth, but also undermines the collective effort of all those involved in the conservation work. It's a narrative designed to sensationalize, to create controversy, and to drive clicks. So the narrative that Prince Harry is responsible for the termination of the Chad deal is misleading at best. Let's not allow sensational headlines to distort our understanding of the complex, multifaceted work of conservation and the many people who dedicate their lives to it, including Prince Harry. The Chad Mandate, a partnership begun in 2010, was a success story. African Parks, with its immense global reach and notable influence, entered into a fruitful partnership with the nation of Chad. This alliance was dedicated to the noble cause of conservation, with a particular focus on Zakouma National Park, a vibrant and diverse ecosystem that's home to numerous endangered species. The partnership was a beacon of hope for the wildlife of Zakouma. The elephant population, which had once plummeted to a worrying low of 450, began to stabilize and grow under the watchful eye of African parks. The numbers climbed steadily upwards, reaching over 550, an impressive feat in the face of poaching and habitat destruction. But the success didn't stop there. The mandate also saw the reintroduction of rhinos, a species that had been absent from Chad for nearly 50 years. This was a major victory for conservation efforts, in a testament to the dedication and hard work of everyone involved. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing. Like any large-scale project, the Chad Mandate had its fair share of challenges. Allegations of underinvestment and transparency disputes began to surface, along with claims of an indelicate stance taken by African parks. These were indeed serious issues, but they were organizational and managerial in nature. The point that needs to be stressed here is that these issues were not the responsibility of any single individual, let alone a non-executive board member such as Prince Harry. His role did not involve overseeing park operations in Chad, nor did he control the financial decisions of the organization. His involvement was strategic and advisory in nature, contributing to the overall direction and vision of African parks. So when we talk about the Chad Mandate, let's not forget the successes that were achieved, the wildlife that was saved, and the hard work of countless individuals. Yes, there were issues, and yes, they need to be addressed. But like in any organization, there were issues, none of which fall on the shoulders of Prince Harry. The media, with its knack for drama, has twisted this into a scandal. It's a classic case of media misrepresentation, where the truth becomes a casualty of sensationalism. The Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, has been unfairly scapegoated. Let's remember he is but one non-executive board member among many in an international conservation NGO, African Parks. He doesn't control the purse strings, he doesn't dictate park operations in Chad, and he certainly doesn't set the policy for a sovereign nation. But the headlines, they tell a different story. The narrative is simple yet vicious. Prince Harry's wildlife charity loses Chad mandate. But let's be clear, this is a lie of omission. It neatly sidesteps the fact that this partnership, initiated in 2010, was largely successful in its first phase. Elephant populations at Zakouma National Park were stabilized, increasing from a low of 450 to over 550. Rhinos were reintroduced. The issues that Chad cited, allegations of underinvestment, transparency disputes, and an indelicate stance, are organizational and managerial problems at African parks, not the fault of one non-executive board member. By making it about Prince Harry, the media achieves two things. First, they concoct the necessary personal drama to drive clicks. And second, they diminish his contribution. They erase the work of local rangers and conservationists and instead craft a narrative that perpetually undermines the Duke of Sussex's reputation outside the institution he chose to leave. And the timing? just days before Prince Harry was set to receive a prestigious humanitarian award. This isn't a coincidence. It's a recurring pattern. Any independent recognition of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex is immediately countered by a carefully timed negative press storm. It's a chilling mindset that even philanthropy is treated as a royal battleground, where every act of service by Prince Harry is framed in quiet, undermining contrast to the work of the heir. This isn't just about sibling rivalry, it's about control and power. And it's time we called it out. In conclusion, it's clear that the media's narrative is far from the truth. We've unraveled the complex layers of African Parks, a major international conservation organization that operates across 12 countries and protects over 20 areas. We've understood the role of Prince Harry within this organization. As a non-executive board member, he does not control the finances, the operations in Chad, nor the policy of a sovereign nation. We've also shed light on the Chad Mandate, a partnership that has been successful since its inception in 2010. It has stabilized the elephant population at Zakouma National Park, brought it back from a low of 450 to over 550, and reintroduced rhinos. The issues that led to the termination of the mandate are not the fault of an individual board member, but organizational and managerial issues within African parks. Finally, we've exposed the media's misrepresentation of this situation. Their narrative is a deliberate omission of facts aimed at creating personal drama and undermining Prince Harry's contribution to conservation. The timing of this smear campaign is striking, launched just days before Prince Harry was set to receive a prestigious humanitarian award. Thank you for joining us on Royal Telly. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay informed, stay empowered. This is Chloe, signing off.